Hey guys, it's Dragon, and today's video will be for Wuthering Wave, and this one focus more in beginner tips and mistakes to avoid when you want to play Wuthering Wave, because I believe this will launch very soon, or probably you watch this is already a launch. So this is of course mostly my experience from CBT2, so of course probably there's here and there that probably I also miss, I apologize, but at least this one in terms of my point of view, if I will play on the launch days, this is the things that I will do or I will avoid. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to give you a reminder is that as soon you already have the freedom, don't forget to farm new Echo as soon as possible. It doesn't matter if you're still low level, because we are not chasing the stats, but it's mostly to increase the data bank level. Because in here, in order for you to get higher rank of your Echo to become like until later like 5-star Echo or the golden drops one, it's separated from your main level. In order to get that, you need to increase your data bank level. So your main level is mostly for your character and weapon, but for Echo is data bank, so it's separated. Don't make mistakes like me where I already have higher level in my main account and I never farm Echo because I thought that how about I just farm later, I just treat like Genshin later like AR45 and just like farm everything, the equipment in Echo itself. But that's not the case in this game because they have separate level. So if you do like me, you will end up later, you already high level, but your Echo drop still pretty much of only rank 1, rank 2. So that's actually pretty bad. So do that as early as you can, so it will synergize with your main levels. So you will not have to kind of rush like, oh, I need to chest to until get the golden drops. So later when you have the maybe a rank 30 in your main level, you already have also golden drop, so it's pretty much synergized with your account. You don't have to feel rushed. That's actually the first important thing that I will do, that I will never forget. And second is that I will say, if you maybe like casual or things that busy person, you can actually buy material for level up your character or weapon weekly, and even for the ascension material, let's say like the flower, things like that, there's two stores that you can go. First is the blacksmith itself, I will show you the map in here, and the next one is the pharmacy. You can also check on the map that I will show in here. You can just buy there weekly. It help you, it's not much, but at least it can help you to save couple of your energy in here, because that ascension material basically, or the weapon is basically require energy. Of course the other one in pharmacy, it's only the flowers that you can just gather in around the world, but actually can help you also to save some time from exploration. So maybe if you're busy, so both of these I think it's very kind of important, especially if you want to maximize or to become efficient. And the next step is that instead of you just using the 3-star weapon, you can actually craft 4-star weapon in the blacksmith, the one that I already said before that you can even buy for ascension material. Yeah, you can also craft weapon in there, and the stat is pretty decent. You just only need to gather some stone, and actually the stat is pretty good, so it's better for you to get upgrade instead just using the 3-star. So that's the tips, and this is also like you don't need for you to pull, right? So it's quite good for free to play. And the next part, which is I find it quite important, especially if you want to become efficient free to play, then don't spend your refill stamina. It's similar like fragile resin. This is called like crystal solvent. It gives you 60 energy. It's called wave plates in here in terms of energy. So don't use that until you reach at least level 40 of your character, of your main level itself, because that's where it will give you the golden drops. This is basically same rules like Genshin Impact, so you will get the best in terms of value or the best reward itself. I mean, if you really impatient, really want to kind of rush it just to increase your level itself, I think level 30 can be, but mostly you just focus on getting drops from the Echo level or your character XP, something like that, because that's the domain already start to give you golden drops. So I think it's pretty much okay if you want to start. But of course the best one is level 40, because at level 40 everything already golden. So yeah, please save your crystal solvent until you reach at least level 30, or if the best is level 40 to give you the best or maximum value. The next tips is that assuming they didn't nerf Dungeon, if you didn't heard any news that she get nerfed, then don't forget to build her if you have her, because she's actually very good character, and I think it's very valuable for free to play. She is 4-star, very easy to use. She also have a good weapon you can even craft, and later we will get the weapon selector. You can just choose the weapon and just give to dungeon. Everything will become so good, especially for free to play, because she's a very good character, even only 4-star, and I will recommend for you to build. And the next tips, this is actually mostly for spammer or even whale. Can be works for free to play, but this is for the long term. So if you aim to get more copies of your character, So I say don't convert your Afterglow coral into pulse, but instead just save that and just buy directly into the shop, because in this game you can buy copies of the character even for the limited character itself. So basically just save it, don't use for any pulls if you may be planning in the future to get more copies of your maybe certain character or certain limit character. So maybe let's say they have rerun, you just use that instead you just pulling, because if you just pulling it's not really worth. It's only worth for 45 pulls, which is it's actually not even near to reach the PT itself, which is 80, right? So PT around 70, something like that. And assuming you lose 50-50, it will be even worse. Sure, if you feel like you are the luckiest person in the world, but other than that, I think in terms of value, just buy that in the shop directly. You don't even have to care losing 50-50. So yeah, just a little bit reminder in that. So that's mostly the things that I want to talk for the majority of it, but this is some of the tips I can say, small tips that can help you even further. So first one is that in terms of equipment, if you want to maximize your stat in your character, is that if you want to equip your echo, is that consists 2 elite echoes, 2 common echoes, and 1 boss echo. That will give you the highest stat, of course, because you maximize all the costs in here. And the next thing, which is don't afraid to increase your union level or your soul base ascension, something like that, because it will give you better reward, and they are not even hard even you already increased. The world difficulty in this game is relatively easy, so you should not worry. Getting better reward is a lot better than you just like sacrificing with just a little bit easier. So don't afraid to just increase your union level or soul base. And the next tips that every boss in this game also have resistance. So if you maybe pay attention, like why suddenly my character deal lower damage? It's probably because that boss have resistance on certain element. So yeah, just don't forget to remind you that certain boss will have like resistance. For example, like let's say the Heron is up the bird. That bird have of resistance. So if you use dungeon, probably your damage from dungeon will be decreasing by a lot. So yeah, don't forget that. Just small tips. And other like traditional stuff that I would recommend when you start your gacha game is don't build too much character. Focus around 3 to 6. Or at the max is around 9, because endgame require you 9 characters or exactly 3 teams. So yeah, that's the max, but don't build too much character. If not, you will run out of literally resource and you will have hard time to catch up. So just focus on like 3 to 6 or at the max as 9 character. Now other small things, don't forget to do weekly boss in here. In here you can do 2 weekly boss per week. So yeah, don't forget, because that limited. So if you miss it, it's kind of, you can say you waste your resource. So don't forget to do that. It's pretty much similar like other game. Next, don't forget to buy the pulls monthly on Ocelot Coral Shop. In here you can get 6 pulls, and that's actually still pretty good. This is very similar like Honkai or Genshin, that monthly you can just buy. So don't forget to do that also in this game. And of course, the last thing, you can get couple of the quality of life like synthesize. In here you can just convert some items. So pretty much same like Genshin, Honkai, you can synthesize some item in here to make you easier to not like have to collect certain items, or you can want just like convert from one things to different things. Also you can do the reputation and kind of collect like similar like equivalent of animal kulu, something like that. And of course it will give you rewards, so don't forget to do that. And also you will later get high reputation in this game. You will get like kind of treasure compass that can detect some of the missing treasure to maximize your world exploration. Of course, that's pretty much good also. So yeah, something like that I want to give you at. There's some small things that probably will help you in terms of your adventure. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. I think the most important in here, which is don't forget to farm your echo as soon as possible. Don't be like me. I still regret that I didn't know they share different level. So I'm so messed up that I have to rush in order to get golden drops echo itself. So I really advise to do starting from like literally early game, so you don't have to rush it like me. So yep, I hope these some of beginner tips and mistakes to avoid can help you. And enjoy your adventure in Wuthering. And I hope if you like this video, feel free to hit the button and like, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.